Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Smooth Cat with Colossal Boxing Talk, as you guys know already. And I'm starting a new segment where it's gonna be called Forgotten Fighters. And in Forgotten Fighters, what I'm doing basically, I'm looking, I'm finding guys who were once looked at as potential stars or never got the big break, and I'm finding those type of guys and I'm putting collages together on Facebook is what I do. I put the collages together and then I come out and now I decided to make videos with it. So I already have two collages out, so I have to do another video for the other fighter. Then next week, this is gonna be a weekly episodic thing, and you guys know how it is. And I'm always down with what the fans want. So if you leave comments in the comment section about a fighter who you think I should do, I'll look into it and I'll potentially get a video and a collage of them done. But the first installment of Forgotten Fighters is a guy by the name of Brad King Solomon. And Brad Solomon, as we all know, he's from Lafayette, Louisiana. He's an Orthodox fighter. He's undefeated in his career. And to kind of go over his amateur career a bit, Brad Solomon was a three-time National Golden Gloves champion as an amateur. He won the welterweight title in 2005 and the light welterweight title in 2006 and 2007. Solomon reached the semifinals in the light welterweight class at 2000 in 2007. Excuse me, in the 2007 United States Amateur Championships. He was 2-1. He lost to Javier Molina, and as a pro, the titles he's held, I mean, he hasn't held legitimate championships, but he's won titles. He won the WBA International Welterweight title. He also won the WBC Latino Welterweight title in 2010, and he won the Florida State Welterweight title. Thus far in his career, he's 31 years old, but he's 24-0. He has 9 KOs, unbeaten, and he's a very solid fighter. And the reason why I put Brad Solomon on Forgotten Fighters is because I feel that he's the guy that's basically being overlooked. I mean, he's not getting any publicity. I mean, honestly, and I want honest answers. How many people knew outside of his team or people around him? How many people knew Brad Solomon fought three times in 2014? Not many. I knew that, but he fought three times this year. He had a on May 17th he had a unanimous decision win over Armand over I can't pronounce his name and I don't want to butcher it. He also had a TKO win over Freddie Hernandez on September 6th, and his last fight on November 8th, he fought a guy named Eduardo Flores, and he won a unanimous decision over him. But overall, as we all know, Brad Solomon is a highly skilled fighter. If you haven't seen his fight, he has a fight. In my opinion, his key fight of his career thus far has been against Demetrius Hopkins, and that was a fight that was kind of like his coming out party. But it was also a fight that led to a lot of people not really wanting to get into the ring with him because his style is so versatile. He does. I mean, he can basically do it all. He can bang. He's a skillful boxer. He has good defense, fast reflexes, decent to good power, and he also has good lateral movement. And like you say, you don't put too much weight into sparring sessions, but he had a very intriguing sparring session with Arizlan De Laura, and that was one of the most technically sound sparring sessions I had ever seen. And I've seen a lot of sparring sessions. I've seen a lot of them live, and I've seen a lot of them via YouTube and other social media outlets. and that was one of the best sparring sessions I ever saw. It was like the closest thing to like it was a tactical fight. Both guys were standing, using intelligent boxing skills, boxing smart, moving around. It was a great sparring session. If you haven't seen it, then you guys should check that sparring session out. It was very interesting. But overall, it's I look at Brad Solomon. He's the type of guy at welterweight. He can make a lot of noise. A lot of people who aren't familiar or might have not heard of this, but when Victor Ortiz was coming back earlier this year, Brad Solomon was one of the main guys trying to get that fight. Him and his team. Victor Ortiz turned him down, saying he didn't know who Brad Solomon was. Brad Solomon wasn't worthy, and things of that sort. Me, honestly, I mean, I wish more fighters come out and just say it's too high of a risk for the reward because as we know, Brad Solomon he isn't a huge money maker. And I'm not dissing him by saying that because, like I say, if skills counted on the way he would get paid, he would be paid among the best in the sport because he's easily one of the best, most underrated fighters out there. But he's not getting the publicity that he needs. But now with him being with, top rank, which is definitely a good thing for him because I know top rank that they give their fighters opportunities to get in the limelight. So Brad, Brad Solomon, he definitely has his opportunity to be out there in the limelight and to make some noise. So I mean, everything else is up to him now. So and as I've heard him say before, fighting is the easy part. It's the training and all that. That's the difficult part for him. But like I say, I'm not gonna make this video too long. Just overall, I want to get people back in tune into fighters and into these type of forgotten type fighters who guys who made a loss a few fights down the line and you forget about him. He's still unbeaten, but for him to be unbeaten, he deserves to by now have had a few big fights, but he hasn't been able to get those type of fights because he's dangerous. He's a very I mean he's so skilled. I mean it's kind of like he's almost too good for his own good. If you get what I'm saying. But like I say, I'm not gonna hold it too long. Hopefully, you guys hit the like button. Leave your comments in the comment section about Brad Solomon, what you think of him, what you think of the video. Just let me know. Be honest. Also, you can also leave your comments about other fighters who you think I should potentially do. And as I said earlier, I'll definitely try to get to it because I have a list of guys already lined up, but I'll definitely fit I'll definitely fit the guys that you guys want me to talk about on here as well. But also go over to our main page, hit the subscribe button on Colossal Boxing Talk. Go over to Facebook, like us at Colossal Boxing Talk. Go over to Twitter and Instagram and follow us at Colossal CBT. This is Smooth Cat, and I'm out.